you know, what's the next Marvel movie? That's what everybody always wants to talk about. I mean, the Marvel movies, the MCU movies are clearly the biggest things in the box office. They're the most important franchise to the theater industry right now. They all make money hands over fist, and they always certainly make more than the others out there. So everybody's always wondering, what's the next MCU thing? Who's going to be in and whatever. Now, one of the ones that they've been talking about for a couple of years now is Blade. Ever since Kevin Feige made the surprise announcement on stage and say, oh yeah, we're doing Blade, and they brought Mahershala Ali.
That was the best moment ever.
Multi-Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali comes out on stage and they say he's the new Blade. And then radio silence. Nothing for a long time. Now then which, you know what leads me to believe? It leads me to believe that the news was going to leak. That Marvel probably found out the news was going to leak and they decided to get ahead of it and say, you know, Mahershala, can we fly you down for this convention? We're going to make the announcement ourselves before it leaks. So we're going to get ahead of it. Because then there wasn't any news for a long time. Then there started to be a little bits of news about, oh, they hired a writer and things like that. Well, we've now got another pretty tangible bit of information about the Blade, not Blade Runner, about the Blade reincarnation starring Mahershala Ali. And that is one of the coolest guys in movies today, Delroy Lindo, has apparently been cast to be in the new Blade. Now, nobody's confirming what he's going to be, but for now, let's take a look. This is what Deadline is saying here. Disney confirmed today that Delroy Lindo is joining the cast of the upcoming Blade reboot. He'll co-star opposite two-time Oscar-winning actor Mahershala Ali, who is stepping into the role of the titular character, a half-vampire, half-mortal hero. While Ali's casting was announced at Comic-Con in 2019, Lindo is the only other cast in the project since, though his exact role is unclear. The film has, however, added a writer and a director. And of course, right now, they do have a release date. Everything seems to be moving forward on the film. Okay, so let's address, first of all, how cool it is that Delroy Lindo is joining us.
My man.
If you're going to get somebody as slick,
Just so cool.
and as talented, and who just oozes coolness like Mahershala Ali to be your lead, you're going to have to be very careful about who you surround him with, because everybody else is going to kind of pale in comparison. I mean, when you look at the movie that he did, Green Book,
Yes, gosh.
you can't just put anybody opposite him. You got to go out and get somebody the caliber of a Viggo Mortensen if you're going to have them act alongside of a Mahershala Ali. And obviously, they had great success with that, won a ton of awards. I really love Green Book. I think the movie's fantastic. I know a lot of people are like, why did Green Book win Best Picture? Because it was the best picture,
Freaking
thank
good.
you. Anyway, I thought it was great. So anyway, if you're going to do that, you got to go and get somebody cool. There ain't many guys that carry I hate using this word, but once in a while it needs to be used, who carries no, wait a minute, I'm not going to use the word. Well, maybe I will. The guy who carries the cachet against, I guess, say, as a Delroy Lindo.
Yeah.
There's not many people who have the kind of screen presence. I don't even care if he's in something like some lame fluff movie like The Core. Do you remember The Core?
I sure freaking do.
Where they built a train to go to the center of the earth?
Choo choo.
Even in that, Delroy Lindo comes across as cool, right? So, I mean, it's just amazing. Of course, he should have, I can't remember, did he get an Academy Award nomination for Da 5 Bloods?
I think he did.
If he didn't, he absolutely should have gotten a nomination for it. He should have gotten a nomination for that. And then he's in that worst movie ever with the greatest cast,
Oh
The
my
Harder They
God.
Fall. Oh God, I hate that movie.
I
It's the greatest
disagree.
cast, one of the greatest
disagree.
casts in years. A terrible, terrible movie. Anyway, everybody else loves it. But you're going to put a Delroy Lindo in number one, in a Marvel movie. Number two, in a Blade movie. Number three, acting alongside Mahershala Ali. There's a lot to get giddy about here. So that's great. But it brings us around then to maybe arguably the bigger question, which is, who's he going to be?
Is he going to be a Whistler?
Well, okay, no, so that's one thing, right? Some people have been speculating that maybe he's playing a whistler.
I think he'd be amazing.
Would he be a great whistler? Sure. Could he play what was it? It was Christopherson that played
Chris
Whistler.
Christopherson.
Yeah, in the Wesley Snipes version. So could he carry that kind of a role? Absolutely. And if we find out he's playing Whistler, I'll say great.
So dope.
But I hope he's not Whistler.
Really? Why?
He's not talented enough to play Whistler. I'm
Shut the
kidding.
fuck
I'm
up.
kidding. No, obviously he is. I think it would be a wasted opportunity. No. Again, let me clarify here. If we find out he's Whistler, awesome. But I think it would be a little bit of a wasted opportunity. Because you make him the villain in this movie, and you have Delroy Lindo
I'll give you
facing off with a Mahershala Ali. Now listen, if he's Whistler, that's great. He'll do
be awesome.
wonderful. He's super talented. It'll be great. Him and Mahershala playing together, that'll be fantastic. But I just think you have an opportunity here with a Delroy Lindo and Mahershala Ali in the same damn movie, and you have them pitting off against each other. I'm having a hard time containing my enthusiasm here. I think this could be totally cool. Like really, really good. So anyway, Kim, just quick thoughts. What do you think about Delroy Lindo being in this? And do you think he's going to be a Whistler, or do you think he could be a villain? What do you think?
I freaking love the man. I have been a fan since, I know he goes back further, but Crooklyn's one of my favorite roles of his, absolute favorite roles. And I loved him in Ransom. I know he wasn't the lead or anything, but I just loved him as that agent in Ransom opposite Mel Gibson. I was so thrilled because he has this cool factor about him.
He really does.
His acting skills are so great. And it's just something about the man. Some people, it's like, yeah, that actor's hot. Yeah, the actor, he's really good. But there's just some like a Denzel Washington, like a Mahershala Ali. Delroy Lindo, there's something about this man that is just magnetic. I think he'd make a wonderful Whistler. I really want to see it. And yeah, we don't know much about Blade and how it's coming along. All I can say is it's coming along very, very nicely. My hope and my anticipation is rising as I hear more about the project.
So yeah, it's pretty exciting. So first of all, just Marvel continues to do it. They keep adding incredible actors to their stable of talent that they've got over there. Delroy Lindo's the newest one. Anyway, question is for you guys. What do you think about Delroy Lindo joining the Blade movie? I think it's great, but maybe even more importantly, who do you think is going to be? I think the odds are on favorite is probably a Whistler. I would personally like to see him as a villain. What do you think it's going to be? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down into the comment section below and leave your thoughts there.